Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I've had a couple of requests from you guys asking about Gragas, specifically stuff like, should I add him to my champion pool? Is he good in the current meta? Is he good in low elo? Is he good in high elo? What's the 10.3 jungle experience changes? How has it affected him? So I think this is the first Gragas gameplay video I've done on my channel. I wanted to just do that just to tick off Gragas, and also want to talk about specifically in this video about how the mindset behind using Gragas' abilities. So Gragas is, you do all your damage from abilities, and you basically want to be building full like AP. You're sort of like an AP assassin. So you build full AP damage. Hitting your E is super crucial. So that's the thing about Gragas. I think he's a very difficult champion to play. I don't recommend him if you're not very comfortable with jungle fundamentals and hitting skill shots. If you miss your E, it's very punishing. That's the thing with Gragas. You need to be very smart about how you use it, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. The way that my thought process is how I want to be using my combo, because you just can't be using it lightly. You need to be very smart thinking about it. This game I do have a Yas, so I definitely want to be utilizing his ult with my combos, but we need to be using that still, very, especially the usage of Flash E combo. You need to be thinking about how you use Flash E. Don't use it just whenever it's up, basically. So, let's go over my runes first. I am going Predator, which is very standard for Gragas. You want to be everywhere on the map, and it also complements your E combo, because when you come gank, you've got the move speed, and the quicker you're moving, the harder it is for the enemy team to dodge the E. I have some examples of it in this game. Really good rune for Gragas. You just want to be everywhere on the map, ganking as much as possible in the early to mid game. Cheap shot, obviously all the CC abilities, the extra true damage. Zombie ward, Gragas is actually very good in terms of controlling river, because if you the enemy jungler walking into a no vision river with no information of Gragas, it's very scary, and you want to be able to use that zombie ward to just be controlling river as much as possible. And also Ingenious Hunter, which obviously complements Predator, active item CDR, but also stuff like the Zhonya's Hourglass, which is a core item in Gragas' build. And then I go Inspiration Tree. Always go this tree, basically secondary on Gragas. You need the stopwatch, because again, that complements you go in, do all your abilities, your burst, your one shot, stopwatch, your abilities will back up for another round. You either do them again or you're going to use them to escape. So that's really, really good for him. And then Cosmic Insight, obviously extra CDR, works with active items as well. It just complements his entire build. This build is just beautiful for Gragas. And then I go attack speed. Attack speed is very important for Gragas. You might think why are you on attack speed? You don't do damage with attack speed, in ganks and stuff, your abilities, but it's purely for his jungle clear. Specifically single target camps like the Gromp, the buffs, Krugs in a way. You need the attack speed just to help your clear. And Gragas has pretty good clear, but again, the single target camp's not too good, and the attack speed helps it. Adaptive, and then I actually take magic resist this game because I am versus a Syndra and a Sejuani, and I want to 2v2 them, and that's just going to help me so Syndra just doesn't one-shot me as easily. And yeah, it basically is just good defensive stats for based on the champions that I am versing this game. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's jump into the game here. I'll talk about my win condition in a second. I actually have to move around the champions because they weren't, just to fix up my F keys. So I do have a Quinn top, and he's running Ignite. So this is what I want to punish. Basically, top side of the map here is where I want to go. This is very difficult for me to gank. The Thresh is actually pretty good into Gragas. He can counter a lot of my engage. Senna obviously has CC ability. She can get away pretty easily. And I do have a Vayne and a Zillion here. So these guys are great scaling. And maybe that's a reason to maybe come down here and help them. But I'm just going to have to be okay if they go 0-20 this game. But if I can get my Yas, me and Yas, we're the combo. We can kill anyone on this team once we start get rolling, once we get level 6. So the option is to either gank either of these early, but Quinn I am definitely looking at because he is taking Ignite. He doesn't have his level 6, his bird form yet, so very punishing without teleport if we get some kills on him early and push the wave in. Okay, so I'm actually looking to go for I'm defending my blue here, but I'm also looking to go for a ward here. I really like to do that, switch out to red sweeper trinket, and then go bot side to start red. But what happens this early game is I actually see Sejuani here, and I'm a little bit confused about this. I don't know what she's doing anymore, so this actually delays my ward. I'm just waiting for her to go do something else, and then I'm actually not going to have time anymore to switch out to red sweeper trinket, but I still want information on this. The Sejuani jungle path. I want to know if she started blue or red. So yeah, so unfortunately, can't switch out to red sweeper trinket. I mean, I could potentially, but I'll be late to red by about 5 seconds. Again, I need to be top as soon as possible, so I just can't risk that at all. So starting red here, I do start Q. And they actually go for an invade here. So I was a little bit confused about this by a Sedge, but then I think, like, actually they have a Thresh center. We have a Vayne and a Zillion, but I actually got pretty lucky here starting Q because this is actually pretty good for me. So I back off the, you notice how I back off the red straight away. I'm thinking actually maybe I need to concede this, but because we've got this water and I have a Gragas with Q, we can actually do some damage here, which is really good for us. Thresh missed his hook. So I'm trying to avoid the red buff damage, but I'm still taking damage from it. I get a good Q on center here. She's going to be forced to flash now, which is actually really good if I'm looking to gank bot in the next 5 minutes. But again, that's actually really not my priority. Thresh still counters me very hard. So this is really good for me. In fact, that Sejuani now, her clear is going to be very hurt by this. She's not going to have a leash. She's not going to be able to start red, so she's going to take a lot of damage from these camps and not going to be able to heal off it. So I'm thinking my early gank is going to be very easy. Almost no threat of a counter gank. So doing Raptors now, and I'm still starting to look at lanes a little bit. Looking at mid, seeing at the wave. Do my wolves now. So I really like this clear instead of, again, doing Gromp. It's very difficult to do Gromp, so I'm looking just to get level 3 off red, Raptors, wolves, blue buff, and then look to gank. That's like the fastest sort of jungle path for a Gragas looking to gank. So sometimes I also like to really do, I'll also mention red Krugs, Raptors, look to gank mid, or red Raptors, Krugs, and look to gank bot. But again, in this situation, bot's very difficult for me to gank. I'm not too fussy about ganking mid early. I just, again, top, I just want to gank early. The fact that it's a ranged matchup into a melee as well, like I'm thinking that maybe he would start pushing, but it looks like my Allow is actually pushing top in at the moment. So doing my blue, so my Syndra actually died then, she burned Ignite, which is great for us. I don't know if she burnt Flash, I wasn't looking there, I probably should have asked Yas. And now this is when my bot lane starts dying, which is not ideal. So wave, I don't even really look at top wave because this is just not gankable for me. I need to actually heal up a little bit, so doing Rift Scuttler again, I'm not really afraid of Sejuani at all because I know she's going to be very low from a jungle clear based on her start. Alright, so we got some pings mid, and I'm like, alright, let's do the mid gank. She's pushed up. I actually don't know whether she has flash or not, but again, I have my E flash combo for her. Yes, goes on her really nicely. I hold my E, hold my E, hold my E, wait for her to get a free E off, and let my Yas get the kill. Easy early gank. Help my Gragas, my Yas, sorry, push that in a little bit, and now I'm looking to double Rift Scuttler. I do have mid priority. I don't have bot priority, but I'm pretty happy that I can get away with you know, my flash. Actually, no, we do have a ward here as well, so I'm actually fine with this. I actually don't want to be getting away with my flash. I need to be using that aggressively. Using flash defensively as Gragas is like not ideal at all. So I come here, hit the Rift Scuttler, just the Scrying Orb, just to make sure that I know where Sejuani is. So this actually gives me information right now. She started blue. She had to skip these camps because she got so low from blue. And now she's topside. So I use this opportunity to just take her bot side jungle. I am assuming bot's based right now. They probably don't know that I'm here. And this is what I actually say to my Alawi, Sedge is top lane. So just give him some information. She's not in bot side, so she must be top side. Or she could be based right now. But I'm going to use this opportunity to take all her bot side jungle camps. I do have bot priority. I do have mid priority. There's no threat of a Sejuani gank because, you know, I'm in the bot side jungle and we have good vision here. And we have double Rift Scuttler. So I am just going to be, you know, continue counter jungling. So notice here how I don't E. And I'm doing this again just to be safe. I don't know if Sedge is going to jump over this wall randomly. I'm using it as an escape tool. I don't need it to get this camp. Like, obviously it's going to be a little bit slower, but it's very important sometimes when you're counter jungling as Gragas just to keep it, just to jump over walls. Like, it is on a pretty good big cooldown. Alright, so we actually see a wild Syndra roaming down. So I'm like, alright, we need to really help this gank. Yas is roaming down. We actually have Allows. We're actually committing a lot of resources to this. I actually flashed. That's a really big fail for me. I actually did that because I was afraid that my Vayne was going to die, and we actually sort of messed that up a little bit. I do kill the Syndra, but Lau actually dies here, so we actually lose 1 for 3. So this is a really, really bad trade for us. Sejuani comes down, and Senna's very fed right now, so this is actually really not good. I definitely can't go bot at all. My bot lane's 0 and 4. Obviously, my Yas is 2-0, which is great. He got that kill as well. So that's really good for us. Again, top side's my win condition. Alright, so I want to do my Krugs right now because I need to get levels on these. I always talk about Krugs. Ideally, you get in them before 5 minutes, but again, the way I jungle path this game, I didn't, but I need to get these before base in. Really, really important. I just can't base right now. I need to get levels on them. And now I'm telling my Lau I'm coming top here. I'm looking at the Quinn. He's really pushed up. Again, I actually still want to help top side. That's where I want to be. So I look to base here. So notice I'm actually halfway to level 6 right now, and it's just hitting level 6, like 6 minutes. This is I'm very efficient in this game, and this is, you still need to be, even though Gragas is very, he's very gank heavy, like early game, you still need to be trying to get level 6 as quickly as possible. So you can't just go all in on ganks. You're just going to be too far behind. I'm very comfortable in the position I'm in right now with the experience and gold to carry this game. So looking at base here, I go straight for my boots of speed with my Predator. Building, I get 2 control wards here, building my runic echoes obviously. Switch out to red sweeper trinket now. And now I'm going top side, so I'm looking at top wave right now, and I'm saying Sedge is top lane because she has nothing to do bot right now. The fact she definitely hasn't done dragon, I stole her entire bot side camps. I know Sedge is top side, so I'm looking to maybe even come for a counter gank. But I actually, notice here how I adapt. I actually switch my thought process. So again, with that information, like Sedge is top, like top's pushed in, dragon's an objective. My Yas is going to have constant priority. He's much stronger than my Syndra right now. And bot lane has some good vision here, and actually is going to be probably pushing soon. I would assume the enemy team bot based. So we're going to have mid priority in bot and mid. So I'm like, all right, let's just do dragon. Rift Scuttler's coming up as well. I actually shouldn't be top at all. So Lau is actually pinging Quinn's level 6 right now, so we actually do need to be slightly afraid of him. We need to set this up properly because he's a very good roam champ, but we do see him top, so that's all good. Come here, clear this, get my zombie ward proc. And now I'm looking just to do the Rift Scuttler, get some control of river. Again, I'm just trying to set up this dragon properly. Set it up properly, let my Yas push this in, let bot push. They know that I'm bot side now, so they actually can't engage bot. So even the threat of me showing on that control ward is great. I show on another control ward. Again, my intention is not to gank, it's just to scare them off. Alright, so notice how I didn't actually place a control ward in here. Usually I would, but when I'm obviously in bot river, I actually don't, because this is actually a very obvious ward. So what I actually want to go do is control ward here, just to get more deep control, and I think it's just a better ward, just given the situation that I'm in. It's like, Thresh could easily come and clear this. I can't exactly defend it. It's very difficult for me to be, especially against a center Thresh, like anything past this area is like death zone. So I can't exactly defend it well, because I can get hooked center. There's a lot of CC I need to worry about. So I'm coming here to actually hit the scrying plant, just to make sure, again, I'm setting this up very properly. Look how properly I've set this up. Mid pushed in, bot pushed in, slowly got control, got some deep wards, free dragon. So I talk a lot about this, like, be patient sometimes. Make sure that the enemy team has no chance to contest this dragon, which they don't have. So we get dragon now. Okay, so now thought process is, again, my bot lane, I don't care about them at all. They're at level 5. Like, Zillion doesn't have ult yet. Vayne's super weak. I'm going to clear full bot side jungle, base, I'll be level 6, and then this is where I'm going to really start pressuring top side. So I'm happy I've taken dragon off the map. Clear bot side, go top side, start going all into my win condition. Maybe even look to get an early rift herald. It's just spawned now at 8 minutes. So do this, clear this. Base, I'll be able to buy my runic echoes as well, which is a huge item spike. Great getting at 8 minutes 44 seconds. That's awesome to get runic echoes in. And I think my Yas actually dies here. He gets locked up. A lot of CC they have. And yeah, they die there. Okay, so not ideal at all, but again, just going top now. My entire top side jungle camps are up. But I'm actually thinking, so I'm looking at the wave right now. This is a time where you just need to skip your jungle camps, go straight for a gank. This is my opportunity. I can't be farming right now. So I don't even bother hitting the scrying orb. I just want to get here as soon as possible. One auto attack can potentially make the difference. Get my Predator. I'm going to wait for him to juke. See how hard this is for him to miss? Like, I just wait for my E, get 100% off, and we kill the Quinn. Great. So push this in now. That's really good. We're going to start really shutting down this Quinn. So I get in some control, just defensive control wards for my allow. I want my allow to be completely safe top. Just keep pushing this in. He'll scale much better than a Quinn. He'll be much more threat in team fights. Obviously, Quinn's a good roamer, but allow is just a much better team fight champ. Alright, so I get seen by the scrying plant. I just hit it back. I retaliate. I actually see my blues gone. So Sedge actually did a sneaky blue steal here after that mid gank when she saw me top. But now I'm not too worried about my bot. So my bot, I think, died again. So I'm just going straight topside. I want to re-gank this Quinn again. So this is the thing about Gragas. I can do whatever I want. I have full control of the game. I have a flash E combo. I basically select who do I want to kill top. So I'm like, should I kill Syndra or should I kill Quinn? And this is, again, the power and the thought process you want to have Gragas. But you really need to, you know, be thinking about what will these kills, like let's say if I wanted to use flash on bot, that's not going to really get me anything. Using flash to kill either mid or top, I can potentially get Rift Herald off it. I'm obviously going to get my Yas even further ahead to help our combo later stages of the game. I need to be using my flash around my win condition. So decide to use flash on Syndra. She actually gets a pretty good E there, but she's just dead. We have so much combos for her. And that's a kill. So now, not wasting any time, going straight top here. This is just where Gragas is incredibly strong. I have my stopwatch as well, so I know that I can easily pull this gank off. We got top priority here. Sedge is actually mid, so I know this is free. Bam, bam, dead. Super satisfying. I love watching Gragas clean ganks. Okay, Sedge mid. Use this opportunity to deny Krugs, get myself even further ahead. I probably should have checked to get the timer on red here. I remember what happens here. So I sit here and wait. I look to base because I actually want to go bot side. Dragon actually come up in about a minute 30 seconds or so. But I actually hang around here. Like, this is really dumb by me. Like, it's very obvious what we're doing. And remember, Quinn has his tool to, like, see things. He has, like, a range. He can see bushes and stuff like that. So this is a huge mistake. I actually should have just done Rift Herald. Then gone to base. So you see here, look at this, Quinn sees me, he just backs off. But the good thing about this is I am still putting a lot of pressure here. So I help my Alawi just push that in more. He's still very scared to walk up here. He actually doesn't have any wards. But now I finally decide to base. I actually see Sedge bot. So I'm like, alright, I'm actually just going to do Rift Herald here. But again, this whole sequence of events over the last 40 seconds was pretty sloppy by me. And I actually can't do, so notice I actually can't do Rift Herald because my Alawi is now basing to go bot. So Quinn can actually easily roam down on here, disrupt me, my Yas isn't here. Like, I'm actually pretty vulnerable on this Rift Herald. So I actually really just need to base. Unfortunately, I can't get it. I mean, I could go for it, but I think it's very risky. So for some reason, I just don't realize that Rift Herald can hit you in brushes. So I get denied a lot, but my bot lane actually does good stuff there. For some reason, I waste my ult to clear the wave there. Yas is question mark pinging me. I actually agree with that. My thought process is I just want to steal the experience and gold, clear my top side, and then go bot for dragon. Like, my ult will ideally be back up by then. But yeah, sometimes you can do that, but I think in this situation, I really didn't need to. I should have saved it for Yas coming up. Maybe we could have even got a kill. Alright, so Alawi gets top. I actually tell him, come bot now. I base. My bot's actually doing alright now, so this is actually pretty good for us. Get my Sork shoes, some AP items, and I'm looking to build Oblivion Orb next. I love that item in Gragas. There's a lot of damage you get from it with the extra magic pen. And now I'm going straight bot. So unfortunately my bot lane does die here. Yas is going in, Syndra has priority. But me and Alawi coming down, and me and Alawi are very strong. Here comes Quinn, so looking for a potential counter gank here. But Yas actually moves pretty far up, so he should have listened to our pings. Coming in with my Predator. And so, yeah, look how I don't decide to E here. So I know that this is a lost fight for us. We can't fight anymore. Thresh has a lot of CC. We can get kited pretty easily by this Quinn with red buff. This is very important. This is coming back to the mindset of Gragas. Using your E. Make sure, because when you're E again, even though I've stopwatch, I'm all in. And I can just easily get kited and killed. I don't have enough damage to one-shot these people. Like, I am versing a Sedge tank. And that's the thing as well. Knowing your limits with Gragas, like, where can I one-shot? Is it worth potentially dying for? Every time you E, you need to think about dying. And if you don't kill them, like, they can easily just retaliate, turn, and kill you, right? So I'm looking to defend this dragon now. My ult is coming up in about 3 seconds, so I'm pretty confident we can do this. Waiting in my brushes, using a Q. Just use my ult for damage. I think I misplaced that. I probably could have killed if I hit that better on the Thresh. Come here now to kill Syndra. She flashes. So look here as well. I'm not just running in like a madman. Like, I have no real damage to kill her anymore. So I'm just trying to like back off because I know that Senna is here, Thresh is here. Again, this is map awareness. Once my E's down, you're pretty useless as Gragas. So just kiting now. Kiting. Re-engage. This is actually a pretty bad EQ from me. Actually, I mean, Vayne technically hit her out of it, but this actually becomes pretty sloppy because that would have killed the Syndra there, but we do eventually get the kill. Get a really good Q to throw the Sedge. This is, again, just the throwing the Qs, just the disruption in team fights. You always want to be sitting back sometimes just throwing Qs. Sometimes you don't even need to E in. Just the Q threat from Gragas is really insane. Now we can get this Fire Dragon, second dragon of the game. This is good for us. Okay, so we get Dragon. Come down here. I'm just looking to go back into farm mode. I'm level 10 right now, level ahead of a lot of their laners, I think, actually. So I'm doing really, really good for experience and gold. I'm 305. We're in a really good position here to... Me and this Yas are going to just carry this game here. Like, my Vayne's 2 and 5. I don't really care again. I was happy with my bot lane to go 0-20 this game. As long as me, Yas, and Alawi are popping off, we're all good. So just full clear my bot side because right now I actually really want to base and then look to get Rifthold as the next objective. So clearing camps on one side of the map and then going to be going on the other side of the map to get the next objective. Okay, so there's actually... I think I actually do stick around bot here. I actually don't like this. I mean, I'm looking at Alawi top. I'm like, oh, he's just going to get Rifthold, so maybe I can help bot. Remember, I do have the power of the Flash E Gragas. So I can just kill, I can choose, remember, whoever I want to kill, basically. But, again, need to be using it. Thinking about how you're using that, what objectives you're going to get off it. The objective that I'm going to potentially get off this is bot tower. So, maybe worth it, even though I'm still looking to pressure bot. So I do get hooked there, sort of just E out. I just don't want to die at all. I have 0 deaths. I want to keep it that way for as long as possible. And now I think I just look to base now. Yeah, I just tell myself I really need to base. So this is just be disciplined. Like right now, the enemy bot knows that I'm around. There's no... Again, going back to the... You need to be like sneaky as Gragas. You can't just be... The more obvious you are, the easier it is to counter you as Gragas. Base... Reset my position on the map, then I can go topside, potentially clear my camps. I mean, Dragon's not up anymore. There's nothing really I need to rush into bot. Like, we'll get mid and bot tower eventually. Like, sometimes, again, just be patient, get 2 control wards, have my Oblivion Orb now. And now I actually decide, I'm like, oh, like, Yas is going bot now. I can't get my topside camps anymore. I just need to go bot, but my Zillion Vayne combo is actually doing pretty well now. Good condemn there, and now I just want to help them get this bot tower. Again, even though my topside camps are up, I really want to... I just need to be here for this fight. Like, a fight's breaking out, you need to be here. So I'm going to go back a little bit further here. So, fight's breaking out. And remember, Zillion's used his abilities. Quinn's roaming down here. But remember, I'm their Gragas with the Flash E combo. So I get a really good combo off here. Get both of them. Bam, bam. I missed my ult on the Quinn because he flashed, but that's fine. We now know he doesn't have flash for the next kill on him. Now we look to get bot tower. So I'm looking to come up here, get some control, potentially do some counter jungling, get some deep control wards. So I think this was, you'll see here, but this is really risky for me. I know Sedge is in that brush, but I actually get stunned by this. I'm actually in a bit of trouble and I have to force burn my stopwatch pretty defensively without really doing anything. So this is pretty great. We should have just got the tower, honestly. And now I think my bot lane dies when you don't get bot tower anymore. But Yas does get mid tower off that, which is still good. But you see, this is not good. Like, see, I mean, even though like I'm 5-0-5 right now, what I've done just there is I've intentionally or intentionally, unintentionally, what I've done is I've basically prolonged the game. The fact that we just didn't get bot tower and then I could start farming again, like I've just basically delayed the game for another 60 seconds to maybe even 2 minutes based on what I've done. So sometimes again, like when you're like, sometimes when I'm this far ahead, I'm like, oh, I feel like I can do anything, but that's just not the case. You still need to be playing smart. This was actually a huge mistake from me. Again, we didn't get bot tower off that. So I'm sitting here waiting for Quinn to maybe walk in. He walks in, Yas is there, we just get a kill, easy kill, and yeah, but again, I don't like that, even that kill doesn't really get that much, like it's much better for me to have been farming there, help to get bot tower, so yeah, the last sequence of events was not ideal. So, notice that I don't do Krugs, so I do Raptors, and I don't want to do Krugs here, because again, bot lane is our next objective. I need to secure that bot tower somehow, so I'm looking to clear my Wolves, Gromp, blue buff, base, then go bot side to get this tower. But I think Yas actually gets this on his own, but again, the thought process there again is around the objectives. Path efficiently around the next objective. So do this, clear that. My bot lane's fighting without me, so I really didn't like this. But they do eventually get the tower. Bazillion actually comes in. I think they actually do win this fight still. I want to base anyway. I want to buy my Morellonomicon. This is really good for the heals at center and stuff like that. Really good for Grievous Wounds. 2 control wards, get an amp tone, get some more AP damage, and now we're going bot for Dragon. That's the other thing as well. I wanted to do that path for Dragon that was coming up. Again, always planning ahead, time and objectives around it. This will be a 3rd Dragon, and I even tell my team next objective, Dragon's next. Right, get Rift Scuttler here, get some control. Check the enemy Wolves. Okay, so I'm coming to save my Alawi here, but this was really not a good fight at all. Vayne's in base, Yas isn't here. This is, again, map awareness. Poor map awareness from me, and I don't need to do this. That's the thing, I don't need to do this to win the game. Let's just get our 3rd Dragon. And I actually die from this here. And, again, this is just not worth it at all. We burn Zillion ult. So, I've done it again. I've prolonged this game an extra 60 minutes, 2 minutes. Sorry, 60 seconds to 2 minutes. So, I've essentially, those 2 plays that I've done, I've gone plus 4 minutes on this game. Potentially. And this game actually goes for 30 minutes plus. Like, this is the reason why. This could have been a 23, 24 minute game. So, yes, actually just suicides in there. Which is not ideal. I think we lose Dragon off this now. And again, this is, again, showing. Making those plays, not looking at your map. Bad map awareness. And Vayne actually dies here as well. So, definitely not ideal for us. We've just given the enemy team back into this game. So I really need to start thinking about what we need to do to win this game. So not ideal. Lau is saying group. We definitely have the better 5v5. Even Yas says 1 good Gragas engage. I have my flash up in 20 seconds. We have that combo. It's insane. Gragas, Yas. If I can hit like 2-3 members, like we can just win a team fight hard. So clearing my bot side camps now because I want to be efficient here. I want to spend the next 4-5 plus minutes on the map top side. I want to get off these camps on the map, get them extra levels for the scaling, experience, and gold. And now looking to come here to help my team. So I do have Predator, looking to maybe help. And I actually tell my team here, I actually don't want to fight. I see how I'm trying to set up Baron correctly. Push top. Let's just chill out. We need to really be focused to win this game. I don't want to use my Gragas combo like just to like save someone or something like that, you know? I want to either do it to hard win a team fight to get Baron. That's what I want to use it for. And I'm actually doing that here. And this was, so notice, this was actually a pretty bad ult from us. I didn't realize that the center had Edge of Night. We actually should have, so what Yas is doing, he's spam pressing R. So he technically, I decide who he R's basically, and I should have just one-shot the Syndra. So this was actually pretty dumb for me. So you see how I ult there, and so we burned the flash, which is actually good, because I would have potentially missed the flash, the ult on Syndra. Ult this, and then we would have two-man this and killed them, but again, so a bit of a misplay from me. Again, not looking at items. So we only ult the Thresh, which is not ideal. Now Yas dies. I'm kiting out now, waiting for my cooldowns to come back up. Throw. This is more of a zoning queue. So sometimes you can do queues just to zone. I leave it up so I don't actually proc it. So the enemy team can't walk in there. We get a free tower now, which is good. So we still technically got the objective there. No one died, but it could have gone better, basically, is what I'm trying to say. If I held my ult for like a better time and pop that Edge of Night on center, because center is a prime target. Okay, so using this opportunity, push out top, make the enemy team react to this. Again, setting up the objective, setting up Baron properly. I don't exactly need to base right now. I mean, I do still have one control that I can use. And we just decided to do Baron with full control. They had to react to my top wave. Again, this is showing how important it is for the enemy team to be pushing waves so that enemy team can react to them. So we get Baron. Really don't want to fight here. Reset. I have 1400 gold here. I want to base and get my Zhonya's Hourglass, which is a huge item. I don't have stopwatch anymore. Really need that that item to be effective on Gragas. So do my Gromp here, do my Wolves, just farming up. So I'm 3 levels ahead of Syndra right now, which is really good for me. Again, showing my efficiency this game, as well as still pressuring the map. Tell my team, just wait for me. Get my Zhonya's Hourglass, 2 control wards, back on the map, back to pressuring. So we do have Baron. Definitely want to look to get an inhibitor off this. And now I'm sort of just waiting here. I'm sort of playing like a back and forth with the Sejuani. I'm sort of just trying to just help my team pushing this wave. Like I'm just throwing... I'm never actually going to engage on this guy because it's a tank. But sort of just waiting for my opportunity. Now I come in. Use my E to get an ult off just to get the pick on Thresh. And now I'm really just looking to back off here. Oh, I think I could have E'd onto the Quinn there. Like, I actually probably could have pulled that off. I didn't even use Predator as well. So I think, again, this is sort of showing just my non-mastery on Gragas, but do eventually get the inhib. And we're actually looking to end the game here. I think this is really dumb. Vayne's dead. Like, I messed up my E there as well. I should have saved it for the Sedge. Actually, I mean, we probably wouldn't have killed it anyway. She had Aftershock. But we are trying to end the game here. And we don't end the game because this game goes for 30 minutes plus. We really just want to get Dragon. So no team's back up again. Vayne's not here. I don't have ults. We can't exactly... Like, we don't have good siege, is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, we have 3 melee champs. We have a Zillion. He doesn't do insane damage to towers. Vayne's dead. We just don't have that siege potential. So sometimes, again, just identifying, can we siege? And we sort of just wasted a lot of time there, to be honest. Just could have gotten Dragon. I could have cleared my bot side camps. Could have been way more efficient with that. So we do eventually still get Dragon. They're going to react to bot wave. So I'm base. I'm looking to build Death Cap next. I'm just going all in, just max AP damage build, just one shot. And we're looking to pressure top tower now and mid. Obviously, the enemy team's eventually going to have to react to bot, but our Baron actually, unfortunately, is gone now. So again, we probably potentially could have got a lot more from that Baron. All right, so coming mid now. That's a pretty bad ult, I think. Don't really get too much off it. E away to dodge the center. Now I'm looking to throw some potential Qs, but she dodges that Q. Now I'm looking to turn on this Sedge. I'm looking to go for the E flash combo. That was actually pretty funny. I'm going to play that again. I don't know what happened there. Everyone was like WTF after, I think. So someone hits it perfect timing, and then I go over it and get the kill. So that's actually really good for me, because I actually potentially would have been stuck there. Alawi goes WTF happened. That's really funny. Alright, so Baron's up in a minute. So we just want to get Baron in the game. Just doing some counter jungling here. But again, I actually really think that was a waste of a flash. because I want to save that for the Baron fight. Like, we're not going to get any objective off it. Sure, I mean, I killed the 4 and the 5 and 10 Kane. I mean, the Quinn, right? So basically now I get my 2 control wards. I actually get an elixir as well. So the reason I get an elixir here is, like, sure, I want to be saving up for a death cap, but elixir, again, this could be the last fight of the game. I might not even need to get death cap. It's a bit of a risk, but I just will do much more damage. I'm a level 16 Gragas right now, so my one-shot potential is insane. I'm actually the highest level in the game right now, 8, 1, and 9. So look to just do this. Baron's pretty free. They have to react to bot wave, and this is the great thing about getting bot inhibitor. Bot inhibitor is technically, for Baron control, is the best inhib to get, because the enemy team just can't react as easily. So we get the Baron. Oh yeah, so also I want to show you my discipline here. So look at this. I just decided not to take this. I mean, maybe I should have given the Syndra's bot, but you see here how they get a stun? I actually could have altered 2-man this. And yes, actually tells me, like, you should have, but I just, again, didn't want to risk it. Like, Alawi and Vayne can't help me. Like, we can end this game methodically. I just don't need to do that. Still pretty far ahead. This is where I say, so Gragas is, I mean, the Zealand's pinging my R. I just said, yeah, just risky. I didn't want to risk it. So scaring them off with my zombie ward here. Looking to actually help my Vayne. So yeah, Vayne's actually dead. So this is actually not ideal for us at all. I get hooked. Ult the Syndra there, and this is again the combo. Stopwatch, that was really, really good combo from me, and Yas to kill the Syndra. Throwing my Qs just to zone, just to help protect my Yas. So notice how I'm fighting. I'm not using my E. I'm just, again, throwing my Qs just to run away, just kite, zone, throw Q, throw another Q, hit the center there. And we're sort of just playing front to back right now, which is actually pretty good for us. They need to react to bot wave inhibitor right now. So we get him free inhib. And E here, kill this, but I think I actually died a Quinn there. So get my second death of the game. Maybe potentially not worth it. We just got that inhib anyway, but we have got 2 inhibs now. Vayne actually gets our 4th dragon, I believe. I'm back on the map. Don't have Predator, unfortunately, to get to this fight ASAP. Throw my ult. Senna has her Edge of Night again, which is annoying, but I kill the Quinn. Just ignore the Syndra there. Get Dragon. This is our 4th Dragon. It's a pretty good, another win condition for us. I mean, we have like 3 inhibs right now. 4 drags. Lau is literally just killing all the inhibs, and that is the game. So, I think I get 1 more kill this game. Do I? No, I don't. So yeah, so this is, I hope this was helpful for you, talking about Gragas. Again, I really wanted to do a Gragas gameplay video. I haven't done one yet. I've been learning. I mean, I think it's really fun. I do love him. Again, I think he's very difficult. You do need to master the concepts in this game. I mean, look how many times I messed up this game. My combo, not Eing correctly, sometimes throwing Qs that I miss. Like, these things make a huge difference on Gragas. It can be the difference between winning and losing fights. The simple way you use your E, the way you use your abilities, the way you use your ult. So, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions regarding this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.